Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel Kuldeep on Tax. Today I'm going to speak on permanent establishments, also referred to as PEs in short, in the backdrop of OECD's global anti-base erosion or GloBE rules under Pillar 2. As you may all be aware, PEs are a tax concept and assume immense significance to establishment, taxation or business income of a non-resident in the source country. An in depth analysis of PEs has been done by me in a research paper that was published by South Center Geneva recently, which can be read in detail in the accompanying link. In the research paper, I have tried to comprehensively discuss all the elements of PE provisions as contained in the OECD and UN conventions and culminating with those contained in the GloBE rules. In this process, I have also discussed the evolution of GloBE rules in detail. This video and the paper in the accompanying link is therefore a package that makes an expansive discussion on PEs and GloBE rules. The research paper commences with an overview of PE provisions as per the OECD Model Tax Convention 2014 and the UN Model Direct Taxation Convention 2011. In this process, I have discussed the similarities and dissimilarities in the PE provisions as per the OECD and UN models, which leads to the conclusion that the UN model contains PE provisions that are liberal in the sense that there are more occasions leading to establishment of a PE and are therefore in favor of source countries. Now coming to the GloBE rules, the main aim is to prevent race to the bottom or reduction in corporate taxation from the context of corporate taxation rate, deter profit shifting, create a level playing field for both developed and developing countries, and ensure minimum corporate tax rate of 15%, which is a major source of revenue of governments. The GloBE rules are innately quite complex, and I have tried to unravel some of their complexity by a focused analysis of all permanent establishment related provisions. An inference that I was able to draw is that PE scope has been widened to apply GloBE rules in specific situations which would have otherwise remained outside the ambit of taxation. As we all know, a place of business, including a deemed place of business, situated in a jurisdiction is treated as a PE if it is in accordance with the domestic law and an applicable tax treaty in force. The phrase deemed place of business was included for situations in which the non-resident does not have a place of business but its activities in the source jurisdictions are deemed to be a PE under the terms of the treaty. For example, a dependent agent PE. We must remember that this concept is very much there under the GloBE rules. In addition, the GloBE rules have introduced three new facets of PEs which will apply under the following situations. First situation is in case of no tax treaty. In this situation, those provisions will apply which the source state has incorporated for a PE in its domestic law. Second, when there is no corporate income tax in the source state. In this situation, despite no corporate income tax in the source state, if there is a place of business or a deemed place of business in such jurisdiction, it would be treated as a PE in accordance with the OECD Model Taxation Convention. And third situation is where GloBE rules have brought in a novel concept referred to as a stateless PEs. This means that where the jurisdiction of a resident exempts the income generated by the PE through foreign operations, which applies to jurisdictions that follow territorial system of taxation. In that case, the income of the PE would be subject to GloBE rules on a standalone basis without the ability to blend its income with other constituent entities located in that jurisdiction. In order to implement the GloBE rules, the tax administrations would need to amend their domestic laws in line with the above three mentioned scenarios as well. Of course, other aspects of the GloBE rules will also need to be incorporated in the domestic laws by jurisdiction that implement the GloBE rules, but since my talk today is only on PE provisions, hence the recommendation here is for insertion of domestic law provisions in specific to PEs only. The research paper suggests two important recommendations or suggestions. First, with the help of an illustration, it has been recommended that a remedial provision needs to be incorporated or introduced in the definition of PE in paragraph C of Article 10.1 of GloBE rules, so that there is consistency in applicability of GloBE rules while applying PE's definition provided in paragraphs A and C of Article 10.1. Readers can read the paper in detail as to what I mean here, why this remedial action is needed. Second recommendation is that acceptance of DE provisions, deemed PE provisions, as well as the three new facets of PEs that have been introduced under GloBE rules, which I have mentioned earlier, should be extended to Amount A under Pillar 1 as well, since OECD has drafted the provisions of Amount A in a manner that results in consistency with the GloBE rules. Additionally, by doing so, a tax nexus would be provided in source jurisdictions, which will allow profits attributable to MNEs in a digitalized economy without physical presence getting taxed under the domestic rules of these source or market jurisdictions. This, in my view, would be a much simpler solution and would eliminate the complexity of Amount A rules to a large extent as we see today. Friends, you may read the accompanying link to fully comprehend the concepts of PEs and GloBE rules which I have just explained here. Thank you so much, and I would look forward to your views, comments, likes, and suggestions to my YouTube channel Kuldeep on Tax. See you soon. Thank you.